Hello.
Good morning.
Good
We
morning.
made it.
Yay. Yeah, we're here. All this lovely rain, we're here.
Yeah, it's raining cats and dogs in West Michigan.
Yes, it
It
is.
seems like all week.
I know. Well, it's what it's supposed to be all week. Yeah, it's on the radar that it's supposed to be every day. Rain, rain, rain. So lovely, lovely. Good days
So
for sleeping and cleansing.
yes, yes it is. It's a little warmer though. Like this morning at the gym, it was probably like the muggiest, sweatiest day ever. Because
Really?
I go in the morning when it's still cool, and it's just so muggy. Like I was completely drenched by the time I left,
Oh, I
and
bet
it
so.
hadn't started raining yet. So it wasn't from being outside,
Yeah, yeah, I understand that. Wow.
from the inside out.
Yes, yes. But it's a good day. We're here and
Yes.
here to yeah, stir some things up. Yeah.
Yeah. So good morning, everybody from I Evolve TV and Destiny Words. I'm Shannon, and she's
Prima.
Prima.
And me.
Which way to point?
Yeah.
Huh?
All right.
And
No,
I've
it's
got my
this way.
hair again.
This way. There she is. Oh, that was
Yeah.
it. This is
There we
like
go.
it's like I don't see how the Brady Bunch did it. Like up there, down there. Yeah.
Yeah. Usually I have to like close my blinds because it's so because of the lighting.
Yeah.
And today I had to turn on lights in my house.
Yeah, I know. That's why I got lights on too, because I was like, it's so dark that because of the cloud cover, it's really
Mm-hmm.
heavy and sort of dark and I don't know. It was like this yesterday too. So
Right.
yeah, it's okay.
Yes, it
We
was.
just move through with gratitude. It's okay.
That's right. That's right. So today we're going to talk about
Mm-hmm.
healing hurts.
Healing hurts, yes. The power of
We're going to
sound.
start our chat.
Yeah, the power of sound and the healing it can bring. And
Yes.
it's an amazing, amazing thing. It really is. There's so much healing all around us that we can access, really, honestly. That
Oh,
we really don't need to go run and see anybody. We can just access it and start at that place first.
yeah. Hmm.
If you're needing some healing in the body and stuff.
Right.
So, and before we move any farther to try and find somebody to help me, help me, I need help.
Help me, help
Um,
me.
I need help. So, access what we have. But I was doing some reading this morning, just going through some things about healing and music. I was like, wow, this is amazing. And it's all stuff I know, but it's always, that's what everything is so cool because it brings you back to center and re-triggers those thoughts and memories and the things that you do know. It just uh, what do you call it? It just
Um,
reemphasize
Remind you,
it,
reemphasize.
yeah, it brings it back into consciousness more stronger, like how you could be somewhere and hear a song and it triggers emotion and
Hmm.
energy and
Attached
there.
to a memory.
Yes, it's attached. A song can be attached to a memory. It can bring back a flood of feelings and emotion,
Right.
and it can be very healing, or it can also move into a lot of emotion of sadness or grief. It depends what
Right.
that song is triggered with, but that is a type of healing with sound, like putting on some happy music when you're feeling really lower vibrationally,
Hmm.
and you start playing that song happy, happy, yeah. And then you're like, oh, hey, next thing you know, you're lifted out of that place because the vibration of that and everything. But the stuff that we were, what would you call it, coordinating and talking about the last few days also is the hertz that music is played at. So you could
Right.
talk about that a little bit. That's really
Yeah.
interesting.
I talked to Chris Moores. I mean, I don't know if you remember him. We did podcasts in the fall last year,
Yeah.
and part of the winter. Um, and he's got a lot going on right now, so we've kind of just taken a break from that. But he basically has a PhD in music theory, music performance. I know for sure music performance. So I asked him, and he said, "Yeah, let's schedule because that could be like a whole show on that." Like
Oh,
the and I talked to Jess too, and he said he said the same thing. So maybe like the four of us should do something because
yeah.
them being both musicians, different types of musicians, but
Hmm.
really have studied it and would be able to explain it. Like there's the 440 hertz and there's the 420 432 hertz that is tuned to A,
Yeah.
I believe. And, we will play more than just the A note when we play music anyway. But so there's a lot that there's, I
Hmm.
hate to say conspiracy theory, but there's actually, because that's not true, it's just like actual history um,
Yeah, how
of
they moved
why,
everything from one playing it in one hertz into
right,
another. I thought that was really interesting. Changing it to
yeah,
it was going from 432 to 440. You don't hear a lot of variation, but you can hear the difference,
yeah, you
really.
can. You
And
certainly can.
I thought that was really super interesting. And I mean, they've known for years that sound controls and can control the body, you know.
Yeah,
And
yep.
so that's very interesting too. That in a day and age where you know that it's sad to say, but you really can't trust media. You know what I mean? Because
No.
you don't know what subliminal stuff is coming through your commercials, your things that you're piping into your consciousness.
And I believe it was around World War II, and I can't remember who was responsible for it or like what faction or whatever. But
Yeah,
then our radio stations got all tuned to 440.
yeah,
But but 432, I guess, is the one that is like they're like what tunes the body.
yeah. It's like in
Again,
harmony
they can go. They
with
should
the
probably be talking about that.
yeah,
But
with Schumann resonance. It's in sync with the Schumann resonance, which
right,
is the basically the heartbeat of the earth. Which I love that the
which and
study
our
of
cells are tuned to that when they
yes,
and when our cells aren't tuned to that, um, we get dysregulation in our cells, and when then the cells that what do they say cells that resonate together or vibrate together entwine together.
yeah,
So and that's why we entwine with other people
yep,
and um, and that's where the quantum theories start coming into play too. But you get more and more cells that want to entangle and vibrate the same, and
yes,
then that's when we have dysregulation and disease.
yes, exactly. Yep, that's when it
And
all
a very
starts.
very simplistic
Yeah.
way to describe it. But
Mm-hmm.
I do have something that Deepak Chopra
Okay.
agrees with us. The body is held together by sound. By sound, the presence of disease indicates that some sounds have gone out of tune.
Ooh, that's good. I like
Mm-hmm.
that. That is so true too. That is really great. I like that.
Yeah.
Because it's just absolutely and I mean I can see the difference in variations. I mean, I don't know about you, but I go through like um different days where my consciousness is calling for a different sound. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so some days I can resonate with something like some kind of chanting or Krishna Das type of thing, and then another
Right.
day I'm sort of just resonating with maybe some singing bowls or just wanting to hear that
What do
sound.
we that form the kirtan? That kirtan
Yeah,
is called
your
call
time.
response. Call
Yeah,
response.
exactly. Yep, yep. Some days I just sort of resonate with that. And other days I would rather do just sound waves, at certain hertzes through the house, and
Yeah.
to just clear. And certain hertz and sound waves do healing. Certain ones just clear and tune the body, and
Mm-hmm.
it's very powerful. And you can go on to YouTube and look up even healing hertz, um, and it will give you a whole group of different variations of sound healing.
I
Healing.
found another quote by um, a scientist. I tried to make it bigger. I don't know if I can
Okay.
because it'll get. But it says, if you want to find the secrets to the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration.
Ooh, that's
Nikola
good.
Tesla. Nikola Tesla.
Wow, that's amazing. That's the truth
Mm-hmm.
too.
Mm-hmm.
That is the secret of the universe: energy, frequency, and vibration. Because when we bring those things into alignment, there is total healing for the body. And this is why this is why a lot of people are in a lot of sicknesses, because they are their whole body is out of frequency and vibration.
Yeah.
And so then what happens? The
They
body
need a
picks
tune
up.
up.
Yeah, they need a tune up. Exactly. The body picks up that frequency. If it doesn't, the old saying is, you are what you eat. It's the same way with your body and the sounds that regulate through your body and the things that you allow to influence your body. I think it's like, I mean, I personally haven't seen this somebody that like has a diet of constant programming, through the thing that usually sits in your living room.
Oh, yeah.
If you're constantly, I mean, I know people that will turn it on at 6 a.m. and it does not go off till 1 in the morning. It literally
Hmm.
sits there and runs every day, all day, every day, every day. And I just can't see that being a healthy thing, honestly. I think that
Right.
you're putting all this programming, you're programming yourself, number one, and those vibrations and energies that are coming through there that are being piped at you all day long and hitting your consciousness and influencing your frequency. That
Hmm.
just does not. That never resonated with me even when I was very young. I think it was because of the character that I am. Even when I was very young, I was like, turn it off.
Yeah, well, and it's constant sound, so
Yeah.
that's hard. And it's chaotic sound, so it's not
Yeah.
like
Yes.
there's not,
But
not a rhythm.
if you are a person that has, and no judgment, because I know there I
Right.
meet all kinds of people, and I see people that are going through lots of different things in their life. If you're a person that really resonates with a lot of chaos, say you have had a chaotic life, that's going to resonate for you, and you're going to be like, this is normal. This is my normal. I watch, I have this thing
Yeah.
yakking at me for 18 hours a day.
Yeah. Yeah. So I did find this. I don't know if you can see it. This spine frequencies, and because
Ooh,
they're
that is so
connected to
cool.
other parts of our body.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
why
really
can't I
interesting.
scroll down? Oh, I gotta pull it. Okay. So the sacrum coccyx bones
Mm-hmm.
is the first that it talks about.
Yeah,
Doesn't give us a hertz for that,
it doesn't.
but
Let's see.
L5 lower
Yeah.
legs, ankles, feet. Oh, probably because that's probably just the Earth's resonance, the Schumann's resonance probably is this basic, the most basic one, the hips, bones, buttocks, rectum,
Okay.
anus. I don't know why they would have put it there though. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but
So what?
there's the hertz to heal the things that are connected to each
Okay.
energy center and
That is amazing. Where'd you find that? That's really cool.
on the interwebs.
Wow. It's called the spine frequencies. That's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
So it
Isn't that
gives you
neat?
the hertz for each part of the
Yep.
spine.
Yep. And one like it says the green is in the 440, the red is in the 423. I think it's a 423 that you're going to want to,
Okay.
from what I understand. I guess we'll learn a lot more with Jess and Chris between the
Yeah.
two of
Oh yeah,
them.
for sure. For sure. It'll just expand it out. We do,
Yeah.
we can do what we can do.
Right.
I'm not a
Exactly.
musician by no means. I love music. Always have, and I've
Right.
tried
And I
to
don't
play
think that you have
instruments,
to
but
understand that necessarily to be a musician. Um, but I think because they both have, studied music for so long and
right.
formally,
Yeah.
that's why they understand those
Well, it
things.
helps to have that that learning. It really does. But I've never been able to. I love music, and I've never been able to really learn anything. I've tinkered with piano, tinkered with guitar, tinkered with mandolin, tinkered with, you know, I
You're not
am
too bad with a hand drum.
I'm the master of the tinkerer of everything and the master of nothing when it comes to
Yeah.
musical instruments. But I love them all. I would love to have musical instruments around me, even if I don't know how to play them, because they're just so beautiful and fun
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. And they make such a, I mean, but then, if you don't know what you're doing, try and play a guitar and you don't know what you're doing. I used to
Well,
do that all the time anyway. I would just play it and just have a good time and make up songs and didn't know what I was doing. Just, you
I
know,
recently bought a conga drum, thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna be, I can do this."
Yeah.
I walk past that thing all the time and I don't do anything.
You don't, you get on there and
I
beat it.
hit it. I whack it
Yep.
once in a
Yep.
while.
Yep. Yep. I got too. I'm not, some people are really good at that. I can do some drums, I think, but, a little bit better than most instruments, but it gives you a different resonance. Even the drumming sound, that is so grounding, and just that constant beat of the drumming. There's a reason we use that for journeying, and um, to help alter the consciousness, because it sends our consciousness and our vibration into another place. So
Yeah, it
we're
tunes it
able to
up.
let go, you know,
Right.
let go of the current moment. And I find that really works very well for me. Even if it's not really, you know, maybe a client might have a harder time getting into it. I really sink in deep and connect well under drumming. So it works.
Yeah, absolutely. And then it also helps you, like, especially, like, I like to listen to things when I'm falling asleep.
Oh yeah,
So it takes you into a space that can be incredibly healing too. So I
yes.
like that. I like doing that.
I wonder what the just hit me. I wonder what the vibrational resonance of like ocean music. A lot of people listen to that when they sleep. You know, that
I
sound
do too.
of the ocean coming in and out, or
Yeah, I
water,
do the ocean too.
or
I would
rain.
say that's probably close to,
There has to be
you're
something that resonates
close.
with the body.
Oh, I'm sure. And I noticed that they'll layer other tones depending on the video, like if you do it on YouTube.
Yeah.
So there may not all be the same, but I think in the natural world, I would think that would be close to whatever the Earth's ohm is.
Yes, I believe that. I believe that too. Yeah. Yeah, I sent you a couple links to a couple places I thought
Yeah, I've
this.
got those. But I just wanted to point. I just before we jump into that, there's just
Yeah,
one
go ahead.
more here
Yeah, for it.
that I wanted to share screen. I think um, so. The Upanishads, the original yogis
Yes.
um, that developed, or they Om. That's where the Om, where
Yeah. Yes, exactly. There's a resonance with that too, big time.
yeah. So that's supposed to be the Earth's Om. That's the Earth's
The earth
resonance.
tone.
It's supposed
Yeah.
to mimic that.
Yep.
Okay, um, so each of those your chakra centers, you can. I mean, what's the right word? I'm at a loss for words.
They have
Not
sound.
sing them. You can. You can ohm all of them, but they're not
Yeah.
ohms. So um, let me pull this
Like
up.
there's coordinated sounds with each center.
Yes, that you can do with your own mouth.
Yes, with your own volume. Yeah, I like the one lam. What is that one? Lam
I
lam.
think that's the sacral.
Yes. Ooh, that's cool.
Oh, nope, lam is the root.
Lam is the root. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
I have a CD that takes you through them. They're lam, and I don't, and then
Muladhara, which is connected to the Mula.
Muda Bunda. I love that one.
That's a different conversation. Bunda just means lock.
Yeah,
So,
I love that
when
word though.
you
Muda Bunda.
practice, yeah,
Yeah.
when you practice things with your root chakra, it's always a good idea to squeeze your Mula Bandha.
Muda Bunda.
Pulls
Yeah.
everything up and in.
Hold on.
Um,
Yes. I love
so the
that.
sacral is Vam, and then solar plexus Ram, then
Ram.
Yam. I always say that would probably be Ham, not Ham.
Yeah.
And your third eye is Om, or yeah, Om. I've never done Ang. Hmm.
Which one?
The orange or purple. Can you see it?
Yeah, what's the sound?
Ang, Ang, Ang.
Ang. I think it's ang. Yeah.
That
Hmm.
probably would make more sense.
Yeah, that sounds good.
We don't know what we're really talking about. We're just getting resources. We just know where to find it, right? You don't
That's
have to know everything. You just got to know where
why
to
we're
find
here.
it.
We just come here to have fun and talk about what we are learning. So it's all
Yeah,
good. Yeah, expansion, people.
yeah. And there's things you can do along with these as you're
Right, the
right.
mudra.
Chanting these. Yeah, you can do your hand mudras that
Hmm.
connects meridians
Hmm.
within your body. and directs traffic, directs energy, right?
It does. Yes, very much so.
Yep. And you can
Excuse
do
me.
some really basic visualizations, like if you're doing LOM, you can visualize the color red or
Yeah.
things that are the color red. That just kind of helps direct energy because we are those, divine creators ourselves.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
there's more involved. Like the Buddhists have more intricate visualization process for their meditation. So, but just basic, you could just do that.
Yes. I love the mudras. You know that, of course.
Yeah.
Um, I love those. Yeah. I think it's my favorite is the lam because I do it all the time. Lam lam.
You just naturally do it. And I
I
think
just
after you get
naturally
into
do it.
that practice a lot, like you just find your hands in whatever mudra
Mhm.
you need at that point in time when you've done it.
Right. Exactly. I find myself doing that. What are you wiggling for? I find myself doing that a lot when I lay down at night. I'm sort of just holding my heart center, clearing my heart center, and a lot of
Hmm.
times clearing my sacral and solar plexus when I lay down at night, just sort of calm myself, you know? That's the, I think that's the places that get the most activity during the day. I feel overwhelmed.
I almost spit my the coffee
What,
almost came out of my
what's so fun?
nose. Clearing your sacral, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta
Well,
clear that out, you know.
yeah, clear. All right, it's
Anyway.
funny.
Yeah, that's how
You're
I do.
funny.
That's what I do. But anyway, yeah, it works for me.
Oh, you know what? It's so
What?
funny. I have I guess it's turned down kind of, but I don't know if you can see this.
Yeah, what is that?
It's a tablet and it's playing the Earth's ohm, but
Oh, okay.
I'll turn it up.
Cool.
It's just very light in the background. You can't
Very, yeah,
really hear it.
okay.
It's like a undertone. It just kind of went to that. It's just funny. I didn't realize I was going.
Yeah, well, that's
Okay, so
cool.
you want me to share your the article that you found?
Oh, yeah, or you can do whatever you want. Either one of them. I was looking at both of them. Which one are you on? The second one was 5 ways music can make you healthier.
Yep, that's the one I got.
Yeah, and I
Yep.
thought that was very interesting.
Hmm.
The number one way is what was number one? I'm scrolling looking for it.
Oh, it does it start with 5? I'm sorry, it starts 5. It does a countdown.
Oh, it does?
Yep. Incredible
Oh,
ways music affects your body. Number 5, boost your immune system. Absolutely. Reduction in cortisol, affecting the boosting effects of boosting the body's immune response.
hold on a second. I lost my place.
Can you? Am I not sharing it? Can you see it on the screen?
Yeah, I see it now. Yep, 5 ways. Okay, now I'm boosting the immune system. Okay, I'm in alignment with you. Okay, perfect. Because I'm sort of following on there with my phone as you're going on
Hmm,
the here too, so I can sort of bounce
got it.
around.
Got
Um, yeah, studies show that calming music can lower stress, reduce cortisol levels in the brain. Reduction of cortisol has the effect of boosting the body's immune system. Yeah, that's really good. Calming music. I know that a lot of times when kids study, they listen to classical music. It's supposed to
it.
be the
Hmm.
best thing for kids to listen to when they're studying. Um, it's really difficult for me. You know, I don't know. I've found as I've gotten older, I used to be really, I liked a lot of loud rock music when I was younger. As I've gotten older, I'm like, not so much.
Yeah, yeah. I think for me, it just depends on how I'm feeling.
Yeah, it does a lot for me. But I mean, it's like, man, I used to love to listen to like Pink Floyd, and
Uh-huh.
Aerosmith, Pink Floyd, things like that. What's the other? Quite a few of those,
Hmm.
and not so much anymore. I don't really. I sort of resonate in a different vibration now, and
Hmm.
when I do listen to that once in a while, it just really it throws my vibration off quite a bit because I'm
Oh,
I'm 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 in a different sync. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I've been at this place for such a while of just more of a, I don't know, a different vibrational energy. And so it just throws me off a little bit. I still like it,
Yeah,
but it's not like that's my daily diet anymore, you know?
got it, got it. Yeah, I noticed when I'm painting and I, depending on the music that I choose, different things come out.
Oh yeah, for sure. I used to do that. I would paint. I haven't showed you the stuff I used to about 10 years ago. I got into painting and music, and I started listening to music, and I would paint what I was feeling
Yeah,
and when I was listening, and sort of intuitive painting. And then I just sort of fell away from it. It just didn't resonate after about a year of doing that. I was like, oh well, this is okay, but
yeah.
it's not really my bag. So then I started drawing and sketching instead. But okay, so boosting your immune system. It can, what does that say?
Prevent seizures.
Prevent seizures. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Studies have been found that Mozart music played on piano can reduce seizure activity in the brain of coma patients. That's very interesting. I know
yeah.
when,
I can see that because I've had lots of students with seizure disorders.
yeah,
Um, and if things become hectic and chaotic in the classroom, it's more likely that, well, oftentimes, that would be more likely that somebody would have a seizure.
really,
So
really.
if you're regulating their brain waves in some way, like I would think that drumming, something that would be more of a drum, um, would
Yeah,
probably be even
repetitive
more effective
tone.
than the Mozart, but they didn't report on that. So
Yeah, 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 that is interesting.
look at
I,
this doctor. Most
I
likely
know.
it's magic. Yep, definitely magic.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay.
That's pretty good. Recall memories. That's what I was talking about earlier, how music is a very emotional thing. It can
Mhm.
help you recall memories in your subconscious and events. That can be really, it can go both ways. I don't know if you've ever had a time where you were listening to listening and a song came on and it absolutely triggered a memory, which
All the
allowed
time.
you, yeah, which allowed you to release um, a lot of built up pain and maybe anguish that happened at that time in your life. I don't know. I've had that happen to me. Very powerful. A song
Yeah,
come on unexpectedly and it triggered me back to an event which I released and was able to heal from just from
yeah,
listening to that song. So
hmm
it's so powerful.
it is.
Music and tones are so powerful. That's why I just believe it is so important. And that's why if you're a meditator, I don't know, everybody meditates differently. I'm not going to say you have to
Right.
do it a certain way, but do you find that meditation goes better with a certain type of music?
Yeah, yeah. Mozart wouldn't be it.
No.
Um,
Uh-uh.
it would probably be maybe something that's like there's a YouTube channel, Meditative Mind,
Okay.
um, that has a lot of selection on there. I think what's playing right now, I have shamanic drums playing right now in the background,
Okay.
and or an om
Yep.
or
Just
some kind
oh,
of mantra like the Ganesh mantra. I like that one. I like deeper sounds. It seems
okay.
like so it depends on what you resonate with.
Right.
Or perhaps what needs to become in alignment or what needs to be healed at that point in time. So, and I think
Yeah.
everybody can benefit from the root chakra stuff. In fact, I have a playlist on this channel. If people pop over to I Evolve TV on YouTube, and you can just use the www.ievolvetv.com, and it'll take you right to the YouTube channel. I do have a playlist for all of the chakras that
Oh,
will
cool.
kind of, yeah. So
Cool.
it's kind of, and somebody will like read you like the visualization and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is very
But
cool.
yeah, that's why it's really important for assisted living or um, any number of whatever you want to call an old folks home. Um, it's incredibly helpful for those people with dementia to have somebody that comes in on a regular basis
Yeah. And
into
plays
those.
music for them. Yeah.
Yes,
That's
and
really
I've worked alongside like actual music therapists,
okay.
um, and they're like a physical therapist or an occupational therapist. There's music therapists, and they're more regimented. You're not going to hear as much, like something from the 70s. Because I didn't have that in my classroom because usually my students were older than 18, but the little guys, it really helped, um, like cross the meridian and sing things and
Hmm.
develop language, because songs are very helpful for kids to develop language. So it's a lovely thing to incorporate into any parts of your day, whether it's education or just keeping your body healthy.
Yes. Sorry, I got a text. Da, 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 da. Yeah.
So number two, beat addiction. I think that's just like any kind of dysregulation in your cells that that you need to do some rewiring in your brain chemistry, but people get physiologically addicted as well, so their body is asking for those things. That's why it's a addiction.
Yeah.
So it,
Exactly, exactly. A chemical addiction, um, no matter what it is, that the brain is needing that and calling for those chemicals. That's why it doesn't matter. You can be addicted to anything. You can be addicted to be getting angry, or to being living in chaos, or
yes.
shopping, or anything. Everything, the television, things can be, addicted to certain type of toxic behaviors. So
Yep.
um,
Absolutely.
it's huge. Um, Along with the effects of music, can provide an outlet for negative emotion, while songwriting can even help recover addicts with control. Music certainly isn't a miracle cure for addiction, but it can be an important part to recovery. That's pretty good.
Yep. Just like it's for an outlet for your those creative energies that used to be drowned in either
Hmm.
alcohol or drugs.
Well, how many, I know you've seen them, artists that you see come up out of nowhere, and they will say that music actually saved their life. If they
Yeah.
hadn't found music and an ability to write down and write out those songs and stuff, it actually was a release for them. I know for myself, that's what writing does for me. If I can't sleep, I get up and I start writing what I'm feeling, right
Hmm.
now. I'm like, what's is this,
Hmm.
anxiety, whatever I'm feeling. I write it all out. Once I put it down in paper, it's like the releases happen. Now I can rest.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. So, repairs
Repaired
brain
brain
damage.
damage.
Oh my, that's interesting. It's quite common for stroke victims to suffer lasting or permanent speech and vision loss, but with the help of music, some are regaining these abilities. It's called the Kenny Rogers effect. Have you ever heard of
Oh,
that?
nice. Not specifically the Kenny Rogers effect,
I've never
but
heard of that. And no, it's not a joke. Scientists propose that music engages emotional responses from the brain, and due to proximity, has some effect on other areas as well, in particular those involving sight and sound.
yeah,
Um,
because it helps the brain heal and therefore then be more have the more neuroplasticity, so that it can create more or create new neural pathways. So maybe this part of the brain is no longer works for language, so your brain will literally start using like a different spot to create that language
hmm,
again. Hmm.
very cool.
Yep.
Very cool. That's the end.
Yeah,
That's sort of the end of that article.
yeah,
Uh,
that was good. That was a good one.
yes, it was a good one. I like that. It was very interesting. How music can affect us. Well, we really, we don't. I don't think we give it as much attention as we should, in the fact that it's around us everywhere. You walk in the grocery store, everywhere you go, there's some kind of vibrational encounter you're going to have with music,
Yeah. Yep.
whether it be good, bad, or ugly. I remember when it's been about 10 years ago, I lost my dad, and I was working, and this song came on when I was at work, and it absolutely triggered me, connecting to my dad. And I ran to the bathroom, and I had just a major meltdown and just let it
Hmm.
go. But it's like that. It was a hard space to walk through. It really was. going through that. But that the music at that time, it can feel so painful, but as the years went by, it came to be a very um, part of my closure, and
Yeah.
just part of moving through that space of losing him, and dealing with the fact that now he's not in this present realm, but he has just transferred to another realm, and
Hmm.
another light, and so it's
Right.
okay, moving through that space. But man, music has been so instrumental in my life. I know that's what I was thinking about all the times that it has helped me
But it
gain my
can activate
footing.
in other ways too. Like, um, a good example of that is going to the mall,
Yes.
and those stores like Abercrombie and Fitch or whatever
Yeah.
that would just blast the music.
Oh yeah.
I've gone into those stores and I wasn't. I think it's activating. It's like so you see something in the window and you go in and it's
Yes.
activating. So you're like triggered to purchase. I just wanted to get out of there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like it's so loud. I can't imagine what those kids go through, like
Oh, I
just
know. I
while
know.
they're working.
Just like
It
want
just,
to run.
oh.
I got to get out. And
Oh, the other
smell
place I
can do
don't
that
like to
too.
spend time in is like the Bath and Body Works because of the
Yes.
scents. Um, it's so overpowering, and when you get away from chemical scents, you get away from plugins and sprays and things like that. It's like assaulting to go into one of those stores. It's like,
It salted my nose. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
that's what I was
totally
gonna
is.
say. Smells are like that too. You think like aromatherapy, that's a whole nother, thing to go into, but because smells are very powerful, and
Yeah.
I can't go in that place. I get a headache instantly. Just too much smells, intensity. Uh,
Hmm.
and I love smells of stuff, but ooh, that's just too much. Or it's
Yeah.
like being at a store and walk by somebody that's loaded with perfume, you know?
Yeah. But it's like so much more. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah,
no.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I'm not a big
a lot
fan of
more
that at
than that.
all.
But I've had that happen. I've walked by somebody, I'm like, holy moly, I gotta go the other direction. I gotta get away from this person. They're like really smelling, and it's not a bad smell. It's a beautiful smell, but my sensitivity level, because I don't use artificial smells, or
Right.
whatever much. I mean, I have some that I like, but I don't like
Right.
douse myself with it. But
Yeah. Even what I wear, like, cause I do wear something. It's essential oil, so it
hmm
doesn't trigger me. But I've noticed though it has triggered other people, which is incredibly interesting.
Really?
I think because well, it only happened one time, but and I had just like put it on, and and they it bothered them for whatever reason. But then it's essential oil, so it kind of like diminishes over time.
A
Like
friend
get
of
over
mine,
it, it'll be fine.
she would come around and I'm like, wow, what's that smell? She's like, oregano.
What?
I'm like, what? I was like, I thought it was perfume, or whatever. She has this thing, I don't know. She just smells like
Who smells like oregano?
I ain't telling you. She watch this anyway.
Oh,
Uh, but she'll
but
smell like spices, or and I'm like, oh, what's that smell? Like I thought it was a perfume at first, oregano, or whatever.
yeah, because like if you just get a whiff of it, like this happened. I felt so bad. I walked into because I used to work, in a school, and there's people that work in the office and whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
this one lady liked to switch up her perfume all the time.
Mm-hmm.
She just liked it. But I walked in there one time, and I worked in a center-based school, so we had students that wore diapers and things like
Oh
that,
yeah,
and
right.
so there's like specific places where you throw those away. But I walked in, I walked into the office and I'm like, did somebody throw a pee diaper away in here? Like it just what's that
No, no.
smell? And I eventually got close enough to her. I'm like, oh, that's her perfume. Like I had just gotten a
Oh
whiff.
no.
And I was just like, I tried to just get out of there.
Oh
Like,
yeah. Heck
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Oh,
I don't. I didn't ever say, "Oh, the pee I smell is your perfume." Like it wasn't. I didn't do that.
right,
It
right. It
was
was
just
just
very
like,
like maybe it was kind of old, or maybe it didn't like mix with
mhm.
her scent very
Mm-hmm.
well or something. And, she was, if you go have a lot of them, you don't always like,
Mm-hmm.
not everything smells great on everybody.
Isn't that true? It
But
mixes with your pheromones. And then they had that perfume for years that you put on, and it's supposed to mix with your pheromones and create your own unique scent. And that was what it did. It was in a roller, and it was, I forget, it was very expensive. And you put it on, and it would mix with your chemicals, and then it would create a scent of all your own. You're so unique, you know. That really worked, I guess, because I don't know if they even do that anymore. But that is like, you know, I don't know. But I
that's
remember
interesting.
when I was a kid, back then, everybody wore Avon. You know, your mother
Oh,
your mother ordered
oh
Avon.
yes.
Mother always had Avon, and so she would order you Avon, and everybody wore Avon, and I had Sweet Honesty for like the most of my time growing up as a young woman and young girl. And now I got a whiff of that crap the other day. It's like, God, this is
I
horrible.
know. I just
No wonder
I
I have any
remember my
friends.
mom. I remember my mom dousing us with Skin So Soft instead of the
Oh, okay. Yeah,
spray bug spray,
yeah.
because it has chemicals in it. So she would put, I don't, maybe Skin So Soft doesn't have chemicals. It just
No, it's supposed to be like an oil, yeah. And so it does stink though, but yeah, to keep
stinks.
the bugs away. They still
Yeah.
use that on horses, I know. Like
Oh,
they rub it on horse coats to keep the bugs and flies away or
oh.
something. But I take it when I go camping, because it's a
Yeah,
good
you can
treat.
tolerate it. I mean, if it was between that and something that was a spray DEET stuff, that I
Yeah,
just
I
don't
can't
like
do the
it.
DEET. That
Yeah, I
DEET
don't.
gives me a headache immediately.
Yeah, I don't think you notice these things until you've actually started to wean yourself from them. And you start to
Hmm.
get rid of, okay, I'm not going to use, I have a natural bug spray. It's called something spider. It's really expensive, and you have to reapply it more often, but I'll take that over the spray
Oh yeah,
crap.
over any kind of DEET. Yeah, that stuff is really that stuff is not good for you. Talk about, sound and how it's healing for the body. Chemicals that we put on our body, that go in, we ingest it or we just put it on our body is
Yeah, I mean, you do absorb it through your nose
you
and
absorb it. Yeah, you
your
breathe
soft
it in.
tissues.
Yeah, you breathe it in, you put it on your body, it's gonna go into your body. Yeah, breathing it in is very powerful. I mean, uh, just ask anybody that's worked with, fine things that are in the air, like dust, dust from, say,
Mhm.
sanding drywall all day,
Oh yeah.
or my grandpa, he was a coal miner, worked in the coal mines and ended up with black lung. Uh,
Oh,
so that's from, coal dust,
right.
so anything you breathe in is not, can be detrimental for the body. Um, but back to
Hi,
our
Jody. Good
subject
morning.
of
Jody's
sound.
watching.
Oh, nice. Good morning. Good morning to you. Make some nice sound for you. A song for you. Yeah, no,
That's funny.
I really do know how to sing, but I just pretend like I don't.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Okay, you don't have to believe me, but I can really sing. I even recorded an album.
You
Um,
did?
Yeah, I wrote all my own songs and recorded a cassette tape back in the 80s of all the songs that
Wow.
I wrote. It was probably the late 80s. I recorded a cassette. I went to Nashville. I was gonna write songs and do my own music.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I was just pretending I can't sing. I can really
Oh,
sing, but
oh,
I sang, but I just like to have fun like I can't.
that's
Make some
cute.
croaking noises. I can croak too. But yeah, I mean, I wrote a bunch of songs,
Well,
did all that fun stuff. It was fun.
should we wrap things up? What should we talk about next week?
I don't know. We could talk about smells, aromatherapy, and how smells are influenced. That seems to be where we went today, often
Yeah,
a little bit, but we could do some more on that.
yeah.
There's a lot more to talk about with smells and aromatherapy. I use it every day. I that comes into with even saging and and all the smells. I burn lavender, sage. I know you do too. Burn stuff each day just to sort of,
Yes.
and those are smells, and that is a purpose therapy. you know?
Yep.
So, uh,
Absolutely.
yeah. So, yeah. So that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So that's what I think we should go that direction maybe next week. But anyway, it's been a great time
Well,
today.
Jody just she asked a question.
Okay.
Cutting bonds with abusers. I'm not sure what she is referring to.
Uh,
If
my,
Yeah, I mean, you can do some cord cutting.
yeah, cord
We do
cutting.
ceremony, like we just make it a little bit more, and that could be look like anything.
Yeah.
We did one actually live, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Yeah,
And that
that's
can,
something you can do on your own, or you
mhm,
can like contact somebody if you want to go deeper with it.
yeah,
Um, give me a message or something and set up an appointment, and we can do something like that.
mhm,
If you want to go really deep with it, where we connect to spirit and see what exactly, maybe things that you don't know that really need to be broken and cut. But
mhm.
it's definitely. Um, yeah, exactly. Go back and watch the cord cutting we did. It's just do it the same way. We did that like
Yeah,
about a month ago, I think, or a month and a half.
yeah, it was like a while ago, but yeah, it can, and Jody, it can look a lot of different ways. It's just whatever you feel drawn to.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
often like it, the strings that'll be in your shirts.
Yes.
Like I'll leave them in there so that this is gonna sound okay. I'm gonna go deep woo woo.
Okay.
I'll leave them in there with the intention that I'm going to imprint my energy on it, and then I
Yeah.
cut them out later, and then I use those for
For
cord
cord
cutting.
cutting?
Yes,
Well, that's
because it's
cool.
something that I've worn. But um, okay, there's my deep dive.
Hmm.
you know,
Um,
repurposed.
hold on a second. I'm sort of sinking into I'm just sort of feeling into it for a second here. See if spirit has anything for me, any
For Jody.
direction, yeah, with that. Um,
All right,
because
I'm gonna take a break.
okay.
All right, keep
You
going.
go, I'll sink in for a second and then we'll cut out of here. But
Okay.
I just wanted to just sort of feel into this for you just a second about this. Hmm. Yeah, okay. Here's what I'm seeing. Spirit instantly sort of, well, I just seen like a vision of a hand coming up and sort of grabbing and trying to pull you down. And it was like trying to pull you down and hold you down, hold you. So definitely that needs to be. And what I'm feeling is there is, when I seen that, a hand also has five fingers, and that there is five cords that need to be cut. Um, and it is pertaining to this uh, other person's energy that you need to get rid of. Um, and so I would utilize a cord with five, or like a cord that has twined five strands for each of those fingers that are trying to grab a hold and pull me down, pull me back. Um, and that's how I would do the initial cord cutting myself. I'm feeling like um, that. Hold on, I don't know exactly what spirit's showing me, but I feel like there's an exchange here. I'm seeing like this person. Um, I feel like they've either like tried to rob you or take from you. So that's why I just keep seeing them take. There's a transfer here going on. Like this is mine. I'm taking it. This is mine. I don't know what I'm seeing. It could be even having to do with. It could be possessions or it could even be children. I don't know. But there's some dynamics going on here. But that's what I seen. That I'm at a brief. If you want to go deeper, we can go deeper, but you'll have to contact me. But that's what I seen, like this hand coming up, and spirit was like, all these things need to be burned off. I don't know whether there's five entities, energies, there's five things tied to this that need to be resolved. So that need to be cut down and cut off. So that's my encouragement. Definitely need to do it. So that's just a
I
brief.
missed some of that.
Yeah, well, it was just basically that I seen this hand come up, and there was a strand for each finger she needs to cut, And it's not merely one, it's like this is one person, but there's 5 manipulated ways this person has tried to manipulate and control. And it could be with finance, it could be with children, it could be with parents, it could be, you know what I mean? There's all
Right.
these things that are pulling and trying to pull her down. That needs to be cut, and the manipulation. I seen transfer. That's what I seen. I seen like that this person had came in and tried to take something of hers. I don't know whether it's her children. They're trying to take something, and spirit is like, okay, we got to cut off this transfer and cut this hand off that's trying to take and rob her, take from her anymore, and get it done. Cut it off.
I just privately asked her if she wanted to call in. I don't know if that's an appropriate thing right now or
Yeah.
not. My nose started running about, I don't know, 5 minutes before you said something.
Oh, really? Yep, that's
Ectoplasm.
it. Ectoplasm. Yeah.
Here it comes.
Here it comes. Yeah. We know it's something's happening. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that would be what my guidance would be, definitely to take care of it. There's some
And it might take a few times too, Jody.
yeah. Sometimes it does. Sometimes you do it and it needs done again. That's what I tell everybody. They come and see me. We do a cord cutting, and they're like, I'm like, this may not be our only time we need to do this. We may need to do it again in a month. But I'm just letting you know this,
Well,
at
yeah,
least.
because you have to like create more new pathways
Hmm.
yourself too. Like, so sometimes there's still,
Exactly.
you've got your heart tentacles still kind of entangled in there. So it takes
And
a little while.
what I've seen lately is spirit has shown me it's like an excavator. This is how I see it. An excavator will come in and we will excavate and take off the first layer of
Yeah.
of the dirt to push back things. So now you're at a new layer. You're at a new place. Then we come in and we build on that new place. Well, in a month or two, you might have, some new things that have grown up in that excavated place. So we go in and we excavate again and we take it down another layer until we get down to the point where we've removed all roots, all things that are binding and constricting for you. So
She said thank you, and that is so true. Yes.
okay, cool. Yeah.
And so I did send her a link in case she wanted to call in, but I don't know if we can give her a couple minutes to
Yeah.
see if she's actually trying to.
Yeah.
I didn't know if the yes was maybe a yes to yes she does, but I sent it to a different communication, so
Okay.
I don't know,
Yeah.
private communication. So we'll
Yep.
see.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. So that would
so
be good.
she said she tried to call and it won't work.
Oh, okay.
Well, I sent you a link to Facebook Messenger. It's the same link that Dreama used to call in as well. So it should, unless there's something on her technology side that's not
Yeah.
working, I don't know.
Yeah. On our technology that might not be working. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, sometimes because you don't have like a you don't have the app on your device, do you?
On my what device?
Like on your computer. You don't have like the program on your computer. You just click the
No.
link and get right
No, I
in, right?
click the link. Yeah. I don't have the program. No. You're carrying all that.
She
Yeah.
says her browser won't support it.
Yeah. Her browser won't support it. Ah.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Jody, if you want to call on Messenger, that way it would just be voice and I can answer it from my phone and then we'd be able to hear you. Let's see if she does that. Don't know.
Mm-hmm.
She said, can I say? I don't know what that means.
That's okay. If you don't want to, it's all
Hey,
right.
let me do that.
Or
All
however
right,
you
give me
feel.
a minute.
Okay. However you feel. It's good.
Right.
Oh,
So if she just calls me on that, we should be able to hear her fine. Do to do. Because she's gonna call any second,
yeah.
She's she is an old friend. Well, she's not old. Oh, here we go. Okay, you got to turn down Jody. You got to turn down yours so we don't get
Feedback.
yeah, we don't get feedback. Okay, just a second. Okay. Can you hear her?
Yep, I can hear her.
Oh, good. Awesome. All right. Did you have another question for Dreama? Okay. You're live.
Live in person. Mm.
Okay, is that better? Yeah, I just could hear us talking in the background, so that will kind of interfere. We keep talking. So, did you have another something that you wanted Dreama to elaborate on?
Yes. Okay, so I've had trauma my whole life, and I call traumatic people the same types of traumatic people into my life, and those are all my love languages. I mean, or love relationships and some friendships, but mostly
The romantic types.
well, it's not just that; it's family love too.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a specific person. Okay, so my daughter is and she needs cords cut as well.
Mm-hmm.
She was exceptionally abused. We left the abuser a year ago, and it has changed her, and she has now become the abuser.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't get into, but it's
Right.
it's enough that her counselor has told me several times to call the police. Well, this last time, and she's been running away, and this last time, my mom heard on the scanner, so she immediately came to the neighborhood. Well, one of the fights I took away the remote. The next day, the fight I was sitting on the wallet. So the wallet is on the couch. She left, and I have a broken ankle and sprained ankle. But we won't get into that, but I'm in boots. And so I'm hobbling after her. I didn't grab my keys. I didn't grab my wallet. I hobble down the street and see her what direction she is, which I lead the police to that direction.
Right.
Well, I stay on the same street, keep looking up. My mom and my grandmother were in the car in the neighborhood, though they didn't stop here or call me, let me know that they were here. But when we got back, my wallet was gone. And she's taken from me in the past. And then she rewrites it to where somehow it wasn't her taking it. And she rewrites the whole story and then tells me I'm on crack. That's not what happened. And this is like a lifetime of rewritten stories and telling me that I'm hurting her.
How old is she now, Jody?
My mom?
Your daughter. Yeah. I wasn't going to say her name.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Just turned 11. And she's sorry for what she does, but I've had to hide every sharp thing.
Oh my.
Because I'm getting physical wounds.
Yeah.
And I'm worried that because I'm pretty certain my mom's a psychopath. I don't just use that lightly.
Yeah.
And I'm concerned, and I attract the sociopaths and the psychopaths. I don't know how, but I just do. And I'm not trying to blame the victim here. I'm trying to heal what's wrong with me that does that, what accepts that, what I've been wired my whole life for this, and I'm trying.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And I'm just worried. I'm worried. I'm raising a little one, and we're about to go to family court.
Mm-hmm.
And Shannon knows my past, which I know you, Dreama, don't, but I've had one child taken in exactly at 11 years, and this is, um, when trauma happens, and I don't mean to, but every trauma comes up, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
remember every trauma, and it like, it makes me, it freezes me, and all of it is brought, I feel cursed, is I
Yeah.
guess what I'm saying, um, and it's real, and it blocks everything, it blocks my ability. I'm in school, and I can't learn, and these things are happening every day now, and I didn't say, Mom, did you steal my wallet? Because I'm not a complete moron.
Right.
I said,
Right.
Mom, did you enter?
Oh, so I thought maybe your daughter came back home and took it. It was not. It was your mom.
No, it was my mom. My daughter never takes the wallet. She takes money out of the wallet.
Sure.
She has
Right.
never taken the wallet. No, and my mother has come in and taken things in the past and said she didn't. And I'll give you, for instance, she had taken some pictures, and this is what I know. I have OCD, severe OCD, along with a lot of other mental conditions. And throughout my whole life, I've been told that I must be on crack, or I blah 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 by the people that are doing things, and I call them on that, and they're saying that never happened. Anyway, so she grabbed a tote full of pictures and things of my son and all of this, and it was in my last place, and she was the only one with the key, and I knew instantly that it was gone, because I went to look for it. It's like I instinctively, and it's the same way with the wallet, I know she took it.
So your mom has a key to your house?
No, not this one.
Okay.
She had it to the last one.
Okay.
No stranger in less than 10 minutes is going to try a house, try a door, go in, grab one specific thing, and leave.
Right.
That logically does not make any sense.
Well, Jody, I think probably the best way for us to move forward, like in the context of this show, is probably some private stuff. I know you're doing a lot of that work, but I feel like there's probably going to be a lot that you want to express.
Yeah.
And so
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, I mean, but there's definitely tools that, well, Dreama's a practitioner, but I can support as well, and to help you with some of these things, you know.
I'm feeling like, can I interject real quick?
Absolutely.
Just one thing. I wanted, from the very moment she started talking, I felt an energetic presence here of a man. And I felt like it could be, at first I thought maybe it was a grandfather, energy. And then I felt like it was that this is something that, okay, I just got chills, but that this is tied to her from way back a long time ago, even when she was born. There was trauma and things that happened in her childhood, and even when she was very young. And I think it had to do with this man, and I think that is what was like if you want to talk about feeling like you were set on a path for destruction, that was the path, because you were psychologically altered at a very young age. And so
Could it be your biological dad, Jody?
I never met him.
Right. That's okay. That's all right.
He's fine.
yeah, that because he's still connected to you genetically. He's still entangled with you.
I have met him recently.
Okay.
He and my mom. But I have to tell you, when you first said you felt a grandfather presence,
Yeah.
my mom's dad passed away before I was born.
Okay.
And I know he's a guardian angel. So I don't know if you're feeling more than one thing.
I think they're piggybacking, honestly. That's what I felt, that there was this, this guardian or this grandfather. And then right after that, I felt like spirit was saying, but there's also a dark shadow here that's hiding in the distance
And it's connected to her biological father, perhaps.
It's connected to something there from the time she was very young that caused a lot of trauma in her consciousness. And this is what started this cycle of trauma. And so that's where you need to, where really what needs to happen is you've got to journey back to that place, bring repair and healing to that initial trauma. And I feel like it was maybe you were even like up to 2 years old, and that trauma. This is what I'm feeling in my gut feeling. That there was trauma there, and that needs to be healed. Then there is trauma with your mother that needs to be healed. The daughter, she's right now, she's acting out of a lot of pain. And so that pain that she's, connecting to, that's got to be, it's just like, if you imagine like a thorn that's in somebody's flesh, it's got to be taken out so the healing can start coming forth for her. She's really, it's all connected to her own conscious way of viewing the situation and the pain that she's suffering herself. And how can I clear my own pain? And the way I make hurt people. When people are hurting, they hurt people.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's just a brief what spirit has given me really quickly on this. But it's a definitely a very it's going to be a process. But that's all I can put at you there, that of moving through it all. And you're welcome to send me a message or we can plan a connection or something.
Yeah, so we'll wrap up the show, but Jody, if you just want to stay on, that's cool. We can talk some more, but I'm just going to go ahead and end the show because we'll be coming back next week with no
next
BS.
week. Yes. Okay.
So, love you too. Have a fabulous weekend and a great day.
Okay. I'll talk to you later. Love you.
Love you too. Wait, I don't have our thing up yet.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.